Well, what do you say we take a couple of minutes and talk about food? Because we all like to eat, and especially we like to eat out. Well, here's the latest information on one of the hot top restaurants if you happen to be interested in going out restaurant hopping. For a number of years, like since 2018, the number one restaurant chain in the United States has been the Olive Garden. That's right, Olive Garden was number one since 2018. But guess what? Olive Garden is no longer number one. You know what's number one now? Believe it or not, with a 14.7% growth in 2024, number one restaurant now is Texas Roadhouse. That's right, and if you've been to a Texas Roadhouse, try to find parking. That's a one-number problem. And then getting in, you got to get advance reservations. But they've got a great restaurant. They have homemade rolls, the honey cinnamon butter, which things I don't eat, but I like eating there because they do have some great stuff that I happen to like to eat. So now Texas Roadhouse is the number one restaurant chain in the United States, surpassing the Olive Garden. But here's something you may not know. The Texas Roadhouse also owns another restaurant, and we have one in here in our community. It's the Bubba's 33. You may not know that, but Texas Roadhouse owns Bubba's 33. Now, Bubba's 33 is kind of like a burger restaurant, almost like a Buffalo Wings, kind of along that line. The burgers, the fries, the pizza, and it's doing quite well in this market. But the other restaurants that are getting pretty good, well, Chili's has now surpassed Applebee's, believe it or not. That's correct, 15% growth. And the Longhorn Steakhouse, well, has now gone past, you ready, Outback Steakhouse. Things have moved and changed over the years. People are going to different restaurants, different tastes. And speaking of different tastes, here's one for you. Guess what restaurant is getting ready to open to a number of Walmart? That includes Puyallup, Washington, Alamogordo, New Mexico, Tempe, Arizona, in Reno, Nevada, Colorado Springs, Colorado, and Bakersfield, California. As the starting Walmarts, guess what they're getting? The number one hot dog place in the United States. You ready? Der Wienerschnitzel. I know you're going to say, what? What's a Der Wienerschnitzel? Trust me, I remember the Der Wienerschnitzel from my youth in El Paso, Texas. Yep, you get the hot dog and Der Wienerschnitzel. It's just, they're the number one hot dog place in the U.S. Now, they're currently on the West Coast, but here's what they're doing. They are now starting to expand into Walmart stores. Like I told you, they got the current Walmart stores they're looking at right now. But Walmart stores could be getting a Der Wienerschnitzel. So when you go to Costco, you spend, what, $1.50 for their hot dog and a drink? Well, now you go to Walmart and you get a Der Wienerschnitzel. So different, but anybody who's had a Der Wienerschnitzel over the years, now they know what a Der Wienerschnitzel wiener is. And I've had many of them in my life. Now, will we ever see a Der Wienerschnitzel in our Walmarts here locally? I do not know. But now there's your latest restaurant news, folks. News that you can use to eat. And now, Texas Roadhouse is now the number one restaurant in America, beating out the Olive Garden. And another restaurant they own is Bubba's 33, and I'll bet you didn't know that. Latest restaurant news. Now, go out and eat. And that's what I got to tell you, and now you know.